Joined now by Alden Cartwright. How are you, dude?
Matt, what's up, brother? Man, this has got me all hype, your intro and stuff. Back at it, baby.
Yeah. Hump day. Are you gauge your excitement here? We're talking midweek games. It's that time of year again.
Right. I'm excited now for midweek games. I don't care what type of baseball's on the screen. I'm just glad that LSU baseball's back at it. We get to talk about it, see what's going on, see Coach Maneri and his staff do the craft of the lineup and figure out the pitching rotation and who's going to play where. It's a beautiful time of the year.
So Musa and I were talking about this in the break. Friday, the low on Friday is like 33 degrees. And Musso, he goes to every game he's never going to miss. And I was just looking at him laughing. Would you go to the game on Friday?
100% no, not a shot.
Same
You'll find me at Alex Box Stadium.
No way. No shot.
You won't find me outside. Period.
I don't even, Cartwright. I don't even like to open the freezer when you get that blast of cold air in your face. That's how averse I am to being cold.
Oh, no, it's just – and sports and cold, it doesn't – you don't move well, and then anything in life is cold is not it. That's why we live in Louisiana, right, Matt?
Yes, actually. That is a giant part of why I live here and don't want to move. Hey, earlier this offseason, Paul Maneri talked about this new sleeve that all the pitchers are wearing. It's monitoring their output. So it's changed the whole way that they're approaching handling, arms and arm care and everything like that. Everybody knows you had a career-ending injury. Do you think, what is your opinion of this new sleeve that LSU is and how they're monitoring the arm care?
I think it's incredible because, even a few years ago that I was at LSU, it relied off of the pitcher talking about how he felt, the trainer thinking what he thought, monitoring. A lot also goes into it when you're watching pitchers. It's not just watching velo go down. Sometimes you see a pitcher breathing harder or you see him laboring a little harder, but that's all guessing. Now they have a real sleeve telling them what's going on. It's incredible. And I wish that I'm glad to see baseball advancing and what they're doing, especially at LSU with the technology. And that's just incredible. If you can know when a pitcher is laboring or exerting more effort or have better analytics into what they're doing without even having to think about it, that's incredible. That's awesome.
Do you think that there would be or will be some pitchers that are sort of averse to that?
What do you mean?
That maybe wouldn't want to listen. They'll say, look, I'm fine regardless of what that says, what the data says.
Yeah, absolutely. There's absolutely the guy that I would think would be Aaron Nola. He was that type of guy. He's not big into technology. He's not. He understands it, but he's still a guy that he's playing, and that's what's beautiful about Aaron Nola. There's still plenty of pitchers that are like that don't care. Feel how I feel. I'm gonna monitor my own body. If I'm ready to go, I'm ready to roll. I don't care what your technology says.
Alden Cartwright is our guest. At Cartwright32 on Twitter. Give him a follow. Okay, so Eric Walker's going to get the ball tonight. At this point in the season, second midweek game, what would you expect from what would Paul Maneri expect from Walker tonight?
I think he's expecting to get him off to a good start. I'm not sure if he's wanting him to go grab a certain amount of innings. I wouldn't expect. I'm sure he's on a pitch count just like any starter was over the weekend. So you're not going to see him go very deep into the ball game. There's one of two ways that he's going to put Eric into this game, either to get him off to a good start, 1 to 2 innings, put up zeros on the scoreboard, or try and get to, the 4-inning mark as a normal starter. It's all depending on what coach wants to do with Eric. Is he trying to get him into a midweek starter role, that's what I've kind of felt. So I would expect him to go several innings trying to get his pitch count up and see what's going on. So off to a good start is the first goal. Get Eric's pitch count up. If he's after that is his second goal. What's
your feeling on the rotation from the weekend?
I thought, man, I watched intently because I'm a little more removed now than normal. I don't know. I see faces just like you guys do of who is that?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that guy? But the pitchers, the starters we knew just from the past, and I haven't played with any of them. So it was nice to be able to have a unbiased opinion and just look and see what was going on. I thought it was fabulous. I thought Cole Henry was absolutely electric and will be all year. He seems to be healthy, which is incredible. Going into the second day with Marceau, I was happy to see Marceau struggle in certain situations. There's a certain amount of time in games over the course of a season. There's 3 or 4 games, parts of the year, where you're untouchable. You have all your pitches, your command, you're just unhittable. There's a handful of games that you have nothing going right, and you could probably get hooked in the first inning, and it does not matter. There's the other piece, the middle of it, which makes really good pitchers or not really good pitchers. I enjoyed seeing Marceau work through adversity, minimize damage, and pitch around doubles and getting barreled up a little bit and battling to get his team through a game. So that was incredible. He has incredible stuff. He's going to be really good. And then Labus was also incredible. His changeup is lethal. His arm speed on his fastball and his changeup are the exact same. They're not, these hitters aren't swinging at, and this is where young kids kind of get caught up in it. They're not swinging at the spin, really. I mean, of course, yes, they're spinning the spin and what it looks like, but they're swinging at the arm speed. And when your arm speed of the fastball and the changeup are the same, but the last 10 feet it's just a little slower and dies a little bit, that's when you're getting swing and misses and he's baiting people in accounts. But his command, his control is incredible. He doesn't have to throw 95. He throws 3 pitches for strikes anywhere he wants in any count. The one question I have on Labus is when his control's not there, can he get away with not having overpowering velocity? That's the thing that I fault as well. When you're not commanding it, can he still get out? And that's where that changeup is kind of the equalizer. Can he still miss a little bit and be okay? That's one of the things I want to see going forward with Labus.
Alden Cartwright's with us here for a couple of more minutes, talking some LSU baseball. They're also tinkering with the infield. Philosophically, as a pitcher, I asked the same question to Lewis Coleman on Monday. I'll ask you the same question. Would you rather have the best defensive lineup, or would you rather more bats in the lineup to provide you run support?
It's a tough question. It's always easier to pitch with runs. It's never fun to pitch with no runs, because then there's a lot of added stress. But defense bails pitchers out a lot. I mean, if you're kicking it around and making them stay out and labor a little longer, and you're not getting the outs that you should, or you're making some good plays, the pitcher is laboring, and you turn an incredible double play, which they did this weekend. That middle was pretty stout there for a little while. That's a $1 million question there, Matt. That's what coaches battle all year long. Do I want to leave in a Hal Hughes for defense and be rock solid up the middle, which we saw some shakiness, or do I want to just hit my way through this? It all depends on what you have.
Okay, so if you're a pitcher, I'm asking you, would you rather have run support or a great defense? If I say, Alden, you have to pick, you're picking the starting, you're starting today, you're picking the starting lineup. Do you put the defense in, or do you give me the bat?
Defense. Defense wins championships.
Okay, I respect it. So today we're going to see, they're going to tinker again. They're going to move Mathis to short. They'll keep Mathis at short. But Dugas, who I know you know well, is going to flip over and play third. He hit a bomb yesterday. And Doty's going to go back to second. What do you think about that option?
I don't mind it. I don't know enough about Mathis at shortstop. He was at third base. He's more of a stockier guy. Does he have the range to do it? In my head, I kind of wanted to see what Doty could do at shortstop. I know he's a freshman, and I know you're putting the JUCO guy there to kind of stabilize things. That it can work, absolutely. I like that he is tinkering with it and moving and trying to figure out what he can do. That could be a viable option. Gavin can definitely play a good third base. He has good hands. He has good arm. Mathis is a veteran. He's going to have great with the glove. We know that. Does he have the range to get the ball in the hole? And Doty's going to do a fine job at second base. He's very athletic. Second base is very different than shortstop, so he can have a little more time and rely on his arm, so he can play back a little bit more. Something he's used to playing shortstop, so that'll be a very easy thing for him to do, play second base. So I like it.
All right. You like playing on the road early in the season like this?
I enjoy going on the road to see other stadiums and go to other places, but Nichols on the road, no.
Why not?
I mean, their environment is fun when you go because that's a huge game for them. Nichols is going to pack the house, and I think they actually feed us after, which was pretty cool.
There you go.
So
Harvard on the Bayou, man.
Absolutely, no. You got to get it in, but of course, you always want to play in front of at the box in your own comfort zone, in your own locker room, in your own routine, and not have to go on a bus and drive however far they're driving. They're not used to a bus. They'll shoot.
That's the point.
So
you prima donnas, you little ninnies, namby-pamby. How about you get your ass on a bus and go down to Harvard on the Bayou and get a win? Prove you can do it.
The fan base did it to us, man. They expected greatness, brought a lot of money to the university, and you got chartered flights, man. And you get all your games at home. You pack it with 12,000. Stop coming to games, and we'll travel.
He is Alden Cartwright.
Cartwright?
Former LSU pitcher, good enough to chat with us, man. We appreciate you as always. We'll visit soon, all right?
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.